Well, I thought we played very well tonight against a really good team. They're hard to prepare for because they're so physical and they have so many unique rotations where we don't always know who's hitting in what slot. But we knew we wanted to do a good job defensively, and we really did that against all but one of their players. And so I thought it was a good night defensively, but it was a pretty phenomenal night offensively. We had a few hitting errors at the end, but until then we were virtually unstoppable. And so when you hit 473, you obviously have a pretty good setter. And so nice job by these two women next to me. And I think Liv, Sean, one of my assistants, told me in the second set you were 8 for 8. So I mean, it's not easy to have a perfect set. So really just strong night for us, especially offensively.
Olivia, last season Florida State was one of 2 ACC teams to hand you guys a loss. Was there a little bit of revenge energy coming into this one, and what was the excitement when you guys got the win?
I mean, yeah, I just know we really wanted it today. I mean, we've been talking about it in the days leading up. We've been like, oh my God, I can't wait, finally get to play them. Because we only play them once a season, so obviously we want to take advantage of that opportunity. So I feel like we just really wanted it today, and winning in the way we did, because I feel like we really locked in on the things we were working on leading up to it. So it was really fun. We were really proud.
Rachel, what allowed the team to execute so well offensively and just you to get rhythm with your hitters like Olivia and Tori?
Yeah, I think, I mean, I feel like I say this kind of often, but they really make my job easy. They're Liv and Tori and Valeria, Ryla, Brie, literally every single one of them. They just see the game so well and they know what to do. But I think that we prepared well, just scouting them. And then also our passing helped. Our passers were passing decent today, so yeah.
Rachel, how do you stop yourself from force feeding Liv in the second set whenever you're seeing every single time you're setting her, she's ending it with a kill?
Yeah, I got to keep the blockers on their toes. No, but I mean, if a hitter's hitting well, I'm gonna streak the hot hitter. So I do. If Liv is getting a bunch of kills in a row, I'm gonna keep setting her. But then if you look across the board at these numbers, it's Valeria's hitting 214. That's also very good numbers. Why wouldn't I set her? Tori's hitting 562. Why wouldn't I? You know what I mean? There's not a wrong answer to that.
Dan, in the third set, Florida State got it within 1 point, and then you guys went on a 6-1 run, and Valeria and Bree had 5 of those points together. What kind of, when your team may be struggling with errors, how much of a benefit is it to have 2 players like that really kind of jump in and help?
Yeah, we made a few ill-advised swings, and they're such a physical block that we don't want to be blasting it low right into them, and then we might have had a few true errors in there as well, but I just think once we really got on a good defensive run, which is something that's important to us, to be able to, in every rotation, feel like we can get another team stuck. And so I thought that run right there really kind of changed the energy.
Rachel, in the first set, you had 15 assists on all 15 kills. Why was that happening? Was it because the passing was so well, or was in system a bunch?
15.
You had all 15 assists on all 15 kills in the first set. Do you think that had to do with your team being in system all the time, or?
For sure, yeah. I think the passers, especially in the first set, did a really good job, and we just came out strong. So I think our hitters were in a good groove to start.
Coach, 9 straight wins for you guys, and also the top 25 win for you guys as well. What's allowed you to play so well recently and also to have success against some of the better teams in the country, especially like Florida State?
It's just a combination of little things we're working on. I think some of our hitters have a little bit more range than they did at the start of the season. I think our BIC has been really good with I think Tori's been better on the bick. And then I think we're making some marginal gains with our block too, and so I think it's pretty rare. People like coaches talk about it, but it's pretty rare to be a team in November and December that's still getting better, and so I think it's happening, and that's what we're trying to be.
Rachel, your team is one of, if not the best serving teams in the nation, and you said at number 1 in the nation with serving. What makes your guys' like combination of servers so dangerous?
Yeah, I mean, that's mostly Fish's doing. I think he's very smart with like the players he puts in to serve and in the situations that we're in. And then also in practice, we work on serving every day. And we just like make it a priority because it's the first time you're touching the ball, so why not make it an aggressive one?
You've always been a good server, but did you do anything extra in the off season to really step up your game this season?
I don't think so. Honestly, I think I've just learned I don't have to hit the ball as hard as I can.
Olivia, Coach just mentioned you guys are getting better throughout each match. How have you seen not just the team but your own game just improve over this season?
Well, as a team, I'm gonna do team and then myself. As a team, I feel like we ramp it up every single practice. Like every practice is harder than the day before, I think. Like, and we really hone in on like certain specific skills. Like it's really the little things that we like focus on, like covering, out of system setting, because you know those little things are what's gonna set you apart from the top schools. And then I feel like personally, I've hit a lot of balls line. I have been, just every practice just hitting line because I needed to work on that. So I feel like my range is a lot better from the beginning of the season. So, yeah.
Coach, you were talking there about how there was a player that hit a high number that you weren't happy to see. What does that say about your team still being able to sweep a team that had a player hit as high as 455 against you?
Yeah, well, she's one of the best players in the conference for a reason. So, good on her. We knew the goal wasn't to, it was to slow her down, and I thought we could have done that a little bit better at times. But yeah, mostly it's a team game, and it takes more than one or two hitters. You need multiple hitters hitting at a high clip, especially when the other team hits 473. The other team beat us.
Coach, the ABCA released their semifinalists for the National Player of the Year award. Obviously, you have 2 of them sitting next to you, and Tori as well. What does it mean to have such talented players in your team and have them succeed as much as they have this season?
I'm not the best at reflecting in the moment on things like that, but I think it's, by my estimation, very deserving. I think they are, there's an argument that each one of them is the best in the country at their position.
Couldn't do it without you.
Debatable.